So here it is, the entrance to Herculaneum, Herculaneum VM. So it just comes straight down from the station. Easy to find. No GPS confusion over today. I'm not sure whether you have to pay to get into the place, but check that out. We've got the ocean. And here it is. The old city. Apparently, I think it was in the 60s, they were doing excavations here to do building, and they started uncovering this, and it's an ongoing project apparently. So that, from the outside, is Herculaneum. Let's take a walk around the outside of it and check what we can see from up here. There's even part of the plaster work left on that wall there, but apparently most of the wood structures, doorways, etc. are still intact, because unlike Pompei, this was hit by like super heated steam or something, and it pretty much just cooked everything in place. Must have been quite terrifying. You can't actually see Vesuvius from here because there's modern buildings in the way. But yeah, check it out. Even got roof tiles on some of these places. Modern looking roof tiles. Someone was doing time travel. I'm guessing there's an entrance fee if you want to go and walk around inside the place, which I will do. Go and check it out. This place is not as big as Pompei apparently, but it's not as touristy either, and you can get to it on the train, and you can eventually figure the trains out. So this walkway goes most of the way around, I think, at least 3/4 of it. An old fountain down there. Oh, they even had, is that a glass roof or is it slate? I think some of the stuff's got modern roofs and things on it to try and preserve the stuff. Otherwise the weather is just gonna have a toll on it. I think that was a security guard that walked past there, obviously just watching for bag thieves and stuff. Who knows? Yeah, it looks like they even sort of dug. This is probably the bits that they're still working on, because there's scaffolding and all that down there, so they're probably still digging out these parts. There's still more to be uncovered apparently. It's not as big as I imagined it would be, but maybe there's more down that side there. We'll go and check it out, take a walk around that side. Yeah, so just imagine these walls are almost 2,000 years old. Well, I suppose you could say they are 2,000 years old because they were probably built some years before the volcano struck. But you know, they're still as straight as anything. So after all this time, it's amazing. Like I say, they reckon it's better preserved than Pompei. It's selfie stick when you've got long arms, huh? Can't stop me from getting my footage, even if you plant bushes in the way. Oh, I think I should have brought the selfie stick with. I could have got an even better angle on that. But hopefully you can see over the top of these bushes. I need to trim these things a bit, I reckon. So that's what it's looking like from this side. Got a bit of a park here as well. Got a water fountain and some green soup. More fountains on that side. I doubt whether those are part of the original city. But yeah, it just makes you wonder what's underneath my feet as I'm walking here. Like, I think the ruins you can see here is just part of the original city. There was more to it than that, but it's all buried underground. Hey, this is where they would have grown the grapes, I reckon, to make wine. Ideal spot for it. Get the salt sea air for that extra flavour. Be awesome. Gonna need to find an adapter to plug my laptop in to charge it. Left the other one behind at my hotel in Pisa. So not able to copy the footage over at this point in time. Here we've got another non-functional fountain. Could be used as for crazy golf, that would work quite well. Ball would roll up and back down again. This is the main visitor centre, parking area there. This is where you have to buy your tickets. We'll check that out in a minute. First, let's go and check if we can see the sea. Standard flock of pigeons around the place. Looks like a very limited parking. This is a lesser known site than Pompei. There we have the mountain itself in the background. That is Vesuvius, which I'm pretty sure I could see coming down on the train. That is the culprit that caused all that devastation back there. Yeah, I don't think you can get any further down here. It's all gates. I think this is like a private residence here. So yeah, you can't get to the sea from here. But there you can check it out in the background. So I'm going to go and see if I can organise a ticket and we'll take a look inside. Right, here we go. I've got my ticket, €16 entry per person. Statue of some guy fondling himself. Picture of that on the ticket. Got to go through this gate to get in.
Sorry. The other side. Oh.
That's it. Alright, we're going to have to scan it with his phone for some reason. We're in. So 16 quid to see from the inside what we could see from the outside. But at closer range. Wow, I didn't know they had tar roads in those days. That's quite impressive. But yeah, you can see like this here, I think that's all wooden structure on the roof. It all got cooked, roasted black. So here we go. Let's get inside. Right, school trip, all wearing orange caps.
Ma non posso parlare di noi. Non si usa.
Nur vormittags auf dem Eisenkuchen, ob das aktuell ist oder so, kurz reingucken und dann vielleicht nicht selber.
All right. I'm guessing those were like horse stables.
They pushed everything over.
Alright, there's a bit of an inscription there with some interesting information. I'll check that out in a minute. The beach was crowded by fishermen and people carrying goods and materials to the city. On the night of the eruption, more than 300 of the town's inhabitants were waiting here for the rescue mission by the sea. But the first pyroelastic flow hit the city at 1 o'clock in the morning before they managed to escape. The ancient shoreline is an extraordinary and unique place. We want to preserve it for the future. To do so, we are reducing the constant flooding and threats to the stability of the steep site edges and the seafront of the ancient city. With the reinstatement of the shoreline of 7980, we allow everyone once again to walk along the beach. Today we experience the ancient shoreline just as the Romans did. We turn our heads and we become modern explorers, witnessing the huge amount of volcanic material that covered the city in just a few hours nearly 2,000 years ago. Oh, there's even boats and stuff that are preserved there. In the 1980s they were excavating and found boat remains of. Interesting. So they knew that something was up and they were on the beach waiting to be evacuated, but it never happened. They never got rescued on time. That's the same thing in Italian. So yeah, gonna take a walk around. I'm thinking it's gonna take a few hours to check out everything down there. We shall see. Same story on the board again, repeated. Let's go down there and check it out. I shall do the photos on the way out, so there's still more restoration going on there. So yeah, they had quite some high walls here. Maybe that was to keep the sea out or whatever, who knows. Not sure where the beachfront was in those times. Let's get down there and check it out. Yeah, ancient pottery, all cracked up. Right, we've got a bridge here. I'm sure that wasn't original, seeing it's made out of steel with cast beams and all that. Insula II. First ancient building we come to. All the ancient pillars. I think they had bricks in those days as well. They must have been making bricks because I see them in all the old buildings. Especially when I was walking around Pisa, I noticed it. Those thin bricks. This must have just been like a pantry or something, storage. I'm just taking a wild guess. Just too small a space to be a room of any sort. Not sure what these small spaces were for. Possibly defences. Holes in the wall that have been plugged with mud or some kind of cement. Amazing, there's still the original plaster, a lot of it is still on the wall with some artwork. Yeah, I wonder about these wooden beams, whether they're original or not. But yeah, it looks like the excavation sort of continues down this way. Like they haven't uncovered all of it yet. I mean, they must have had some way of making a type of cement. Sounds hollow. So they basically put bricks, cemented them together, and then they put like a thick layer of plaster over the top. Even the walls of plaster is probably 2 inches thick on there.
This was probably. Oh, there's nothing there. Okay. The beauty of these mountains is actually
Yeah, it must have been quite a terrifying experience in the middle of the night, hearing the rumbling from the volcano, and next thing, the place is all demolished. This would have been someone's house, I'm guessing. Possibly this whole section here was one big house, I don't know, hard to tell. Gotta watch your footing here, paving is a bit uneven. No entry. Vietato accesso. There's a tour guide with a flag. School trip by the looks of things. A whole lot of bouncing going on there, my god. Mucho dangeroso. I'm guessing you can Go down these steps, judging by the footprints in the sand. No one's stepped out to give me a bollocking yet. Hey, we've got ancient fruit trees growing here. They've grown back after the volcano scorched them. So they were like more like apartments, I suppose, than houses, because they're not apart from each other. They're sort of stacked one next to the other. I don't know if I'm going around this thing in the right way to view it all, but hey, they even had plastic canisters of water in those days. Definitely someone was doing time travel. But at least I can say I've been here, I've touched it, done it. Oh, some kind of well or something. People have been throwing stones in there. No more water. Looks like this part of it took quite a hit. Not a lot left of it. But yeah, it's amazing how they just used like rough stones and things and just kind of cemented them together. So I'm guessing you can just wander around and just check it out. Not necessarily in any particular order. Insular IV. Alright. Haven't seen the bit with the statues or anything yet. I'm guessing we're still going to come to that. But this is a typical street, what it would have looked like. Designed at a slightly curved shape to drain all the rainwater and so on. Yeah, problem is you can't tell sometimes how much of it is the original, especially the wood, because there has been a lot of restoration carried out. Ah, an old pot. Casa del Ara Laterizia, number 17. Hopefully my camera turns itself the right way up. Oh, metal grating there, that must have been the prison. And someone's broken out, there's a hole in it. Hey, looks like a bath of some sort. Statue in the background there. Locked up with a tiny padlock. So that would have been someone's house. Area is temporarily closed while conservation work takes place. Right. To be expected, I guess. If they're going to keep the place from falling apart, they've got to do some renovations. Can't see what's in there, but maybe the camera can pick it up. Yep, I'm guessing it was the dungeon. This was house number 3. Original timber, I think, as well. That was preserved. Number 32, Casa del Alcova. Oh, house number 4. Oh, so they had fancy house numbers. That's number 5. Amazing. Oh, these houses were small. Family of 4 would have struggled to sleep in here. This can't be more than about 4 feet wide by about 6 feet. Yeah, must have just been like the entranceway, I'm guessing. And then steps leading up to the next part. More archery slots for defense. Yeah, I'm guessing there were like multiple layers. These holes were probably like beams for the floors above. Check out the original artwork there. Only problem is it's getting hammered by the rain. Who knows how long that's still going to be there for. That's the problem with sites like this. Apparently all this wood is original, and it's all black in colour because it was instantly cooked by the superheated steam. Right, let's go and have a look what's down here. Oh, even a table from those times. Looks like a prison cell. Maybe. Oh, they even had a football made out of stone. So yeah, that's the inside. Again, quite thick plaster around the walls on it. Could have been the jail, who knows? Check this floor out. They do have tour guides that can take you around, but I thought I'll just do my own thing. I don't know if it costs extra. There are some short people living here. That's about less than 6 feet tall. Yeah, I reckon this gotta have been like a house where people lived, although no windows in it. It's quite dark in there. Or maybe it was one of the prison walls, but it's got paintings on it. So yeah, maybe the prisoners got bored. But yeah, that was the way they used to decorate their walls in those days, 2,000 years ago. Spikes for the pigeons, so they even had problems with pigeons in those days. I mean, who wants pigeons pooping on your food while you're trying to eat? Just one big window. Or it could have been where the fireplace was and the smoke went out that way, who knows? It's hard to tell. Right, onwards to the next part. Going to have to take another walk through here to get pictures. Right, that bit's closed off. Amazing, all this wood still preserved. You can see it's dried out. Would have been with that heat on that superheated steam. I'm guessing this was the squash court. Got fancy tiles on the floor. So you score different points depending what you hit with the ball. Who knows? The doorways sure were low in those days. So there must have been giants and tiny people as well. The giants are the ones that went to the church. Because of the size of the church doors. So yeah, there's many rooms and chambers and all sorts here. Looks like part of this has been rebuilt. These look like stones that were taken out of the sea because you can see all the, they've got all like holes in them. Having to do a lot of ducking here today to get through these doorways. Yeah, I was right, you see they got beams going through those holes, either for the roof or for another floor above. I'm guessing in that case the roof. I mean, those that, I suppose everyone was just boiled alive by the steam. But those that weren't would have suffocated, I reckon. Hey, roof tiles. Amazing. Made out of clay. So this was the roof tile factory in this area. More rooms and so on. There's heaps of them all over the place. So that's that section.